Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the undeniable, unfiltered, and unbiased Gridiron Gilly podcast, and I'm your host, Gridiron Gilly. I'm here to talk college football. I just got through covering the Clemson Georgia game, and now I'm about to begin on the Miami versus Florida game. So listen in. Um, this weekend we have the number 19 Miami Hurricanes playing the unranked Florida Gators. Last year, Miami went 7-6. They were 3-5 in the ACC, and this is head coach Mario Cristobal's third season with the Canes. Players to watch: we have the Washington State transfer quarterback Cam Ward. He threw for 3,735 yards last year, had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Wide receiver Xavier Restrepo. He had 85 receptions last year for just over 1,000 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. And then I've been hearing a lot about this guy. Never seen him play before, but apparently he's really good. Running back, he's a transfer from Oregon State. Damian Martinez ran for 1,185 yards last year and had 9 touchdowns as well. Miami averaged 173.2 yards on the ground last year while only giving up 105.6. They'll return 6 offensive and 4 defensive starters. Going into the new season, there seems to be a lot of hype around the Hurricanes. With this being the first year with the 12-team playoff, Miami has a chance of squeaking in. That's the word on the street. I believe the Canes' strength will be their offensive line, and their 5 up front will determine how the season goes. Is this the year the U rises back to prominence? No, it's not. At the end of the day and at the end of the season, I believe Miami will have built something better than what they've had the last 6 or 7 years. However, they will not be one of the 12 at the end of the season, and really that's all that matters. The 2023 Florida Gators, they went 5-7, and they were 3-5 in the SEC. This is Billy Napier's third season with the program, and their players to watch: quarterback Graham Mertz threw for 2,903 yards last year. He had 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Running back Montrell Johnson Jr., he had 817 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he had 30 receptions for 236 yards. And then we have wide receiver Trey Wilson. He had 61 receptions for 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. Also, I wrote down tight end Boardingham. Didn't write down any of his statistics, but I just said it's worth noting that Boardingham could be a pretty good tight end for the Gators this season. The 2023 season was mediocre for the Gators. I think they'll pick up right where they left off from last year. Florida is going 3-9, or at best 4-8 this season. Napier will be out as head coach, and I think Florida offensively they'll be stagnant again. And defensively, I think they'll give up too much. My guess is they'll give up 35 points per game. I think this is one of those games where the loser really just digresses and the winner looks to prove they're tired of mediocrity. How I see this game going, I think Miami's offensive line against Florida's defensive line is going to be the challenge. And like I said, this cat, the running back Damian Martinez for the Canes, heard a lot about him. I've heard a lot of hype about the Canes this season going into the season. However, I'm not buying it because I've done that in the past. And I've been heartbroken. So I'm not on that hype train. The U is not back. They're not coming back. They long gone. Um, but Miami, their offensive line versus Florida's defensive line, I think that's the game right there. I think up front, Miami is better. I think even Miami's defensive line is probably better than Florida's offensive line. I think Florida's in trouble this year, and head coach Billy Napier, he will be the first coach in the SEC to lose his job this year. Write it down. My prediction: give me the Canes and a tough, gritty 21-20 ball game, and that's saying something. 21-20 ball game, tough, gritty game in the swamp. And Florida's just gonna the rest of the way. Miami, I think they'll win some more games, but then they'll lose one or two that they shouldn't really lose, making mistakes or doing something stupid, and their season will be over. They'll be playing in a stupid bowl game that means nothing, and half the team's going to sit out and go get undrafted in the NFL and do nothing with their careers. Probably go work at Walgreens or something. But that's besides the point. Thank you for listening. I'm about to shut this video off, and then I'm going to start the next one.